Hello again. Thank you so much for watching. Today, the term of the week is seasoning. So if you don't know what seasoning is, this is the perfect video for you. It's actually going to be a very short video because it's a very easy description. But before we get started, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. It does help me a lot on those YouTube algorithms. And also, if you are a commercial loan broker and you want to specialize in real estate, this is the channel for you. Check out our Patreon account. There's a lot of free content as well as good exclusive content that help our brokers do what they do best. Now, jumping right into it, seasoning, what does that mean in essence? Well, basically, seasoning is just the amount of time that anything has been held, especially when we're talking mortgages. It just stands for the amount of time that something's been held. So whenever you hear the word seasoning, just think time. How much time has there been in regards to whatever the person or the lender is requesting? So just think time. Just think calendar. Time, when you hear seasoning, think time. Now, jumping into a few examples. One example that a lender might request is the seasoning for down payment money. So that's the money that the borrower has to put into the deal themselves. A lot of lenders will put a seasoning requirement on that. And basically the typical requirement you'll see is around, 3 to 6 months of seasoning on the down payment. They want to see that the borrower has had that money sitting in their bank account for at least 3 to 6 months. And what that's telling the lender, hey, this borrower is experienced, and guess what? This is their own money. It's not coming from some other outside investor. That's why the lender would want to see seasoning on down payment. Another example would be seasoning on title. So you'll often experience a request for seasoning on title on a refinance transaction. So seasoning on title just means, hey, the borrower that's refinancing this property, we want to see that this person has been on title for at least 6 to 12 months or whatever the seasoning requirement is. And so what the lender wants to know, they just want to make sure that this borrower has a vesting on the property. They didn't just show up all of a sudden and want to pull cash out of the property. They want to see that this borrower's been on title for a while and has had that liability of having to pay for taxes and insurance. They want to see that this borrower has been on title for 12 months. That's what that means, or 6 months, or whatever it is. Another example is seasoning for paying the mortgage. This is kind of like the title seasoning. But in this example, not only does the lender might want to see seasoning on the person on title, but they also want to see that borrower that's looking to refinance the property has also been paying the mortgage for the last 6 or 12 months or however long they're asking for. They want to see seasoning there. So they want to verify, hey, not only has this borrower been on title, but also they've been the one actually paying the mortgage, so they are properly vested on this loan. So there's another example. Here's one more for you, and guess what? There's probably countless number of things you can think of when it comes to seasoning. I'm just giving you a few main examples that you're typically going to hear from mortgage lenders or brokers or what have you. There's seasoning on entity. So again, this goes back to who is vested on title. So sometimes you'll see a entity is vested on title. However, if there's an entity vested on title, that doesn't really mean much to me if I'm going to have a guarantor on the loan, like a personal guarantor, right? So we want to see who has been on the entity, on the operating agreement. How much does that person own, and how long have they been a member of that entity? How long have they been a part of the LLC? Did they just become a part of the LLC yesterday, and now you're trying to do a cash out refinance using that entity? But guess what? We can't use that person as a guarantor if if they don't have any seasoning, right? Or if there isn't any seasoning requirements, then great, we could use that person as a guarantor who was just added onto the title or the entity, right? So hope I didn't get too confusing in words there, but in short, seasoning is just an example of time. So you think of, if you hear the word seasoning, hey, I need seasoning on this, seasoning on that. It's not seasoning for your food. It's seasoning for your loan. It means time. So whenever you hear the word seasoning, just think time. What year is it? When did they come on? Just think time. So thank you so much for watching today. If you have any questions or if you have any recommendations on what I should be talking about to help you do your business, to help you be a commercial real estate loan broker, just focused on the real estate side, let us know. Shoot it in the comment box below, and I have no problem making videos on your recommendations. I really appreciate it, actually. It helps me a lot. So once again, smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, hit the notification bell, and if you haven't checked it out and you are a commercial loan broker and you want to start focusing on real estate, check out the Patreon. A lot of great content that helps our commercial loan brokers do what they do best. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.